Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Afiq bin Muhammad Fazli, metric number 1182075. Today I will present about the chance limb analysis of the company Mtdacpi. Okay, we start with the introduction of the Mtdacpi, the background. The Mtdacpi Engineering Berhad is one of Malaysia's foremost infrastructure companies involved in privatized infrastructure development, construction and engineering, property development and manufacturing activities. They are established in 1993 and based in Shah Alam, Selangor. Mtdacpi is a Sharia compliant company emerged after an internal reorganization within the MTD group. However, in 17 May 2021, the company announced that the entire issue share capital of Mtdacpi will be removed from the official list of Bursa Malaysia. Okay, the first analysis is about the current earning of the company. This data can be taken from the quarterly report earning by the company. Okay, then investor can ideally compare the current quarter with the previous quarter. The higher the growth, the better the company. Okay, for the Mtdacpi, the revenue of the last quarter earning is 105.69 million, which the earning per share is 5.87. For previous quarter, the revenue is 59.65 million, which the earning per share is negative 0.72. It shows that they are increased from previous quarter in the current quarter. Next is the annual earning growth. Annual earning growth is analyze the percentage of the growth rate that change of the specific variable within a specific period. For investor, it is like the annualized rate growth of a company's revenue, earnings and more. Okay, for the annual earning growth of the Mtdacpi, it shows that it's in a downtrend for the last 5 years from the 2016 to 2020. It is not a good trend. 2018 is the only year where the company gained positive profit margin and suffered loss for other 4 years. Okay, the third one is the news. Okay, if a company has an innovation of the product or change in the management, it can be a good signal for future stock growth. On the contrary, a company without those things, the stock is likely to decrease in price. Okay, for the Mtdacpi, it has been reported that they received a contract from the government with a value of 33.44 million. This contract is for the completion works of a police training center in Bantung Pahang. The company said the contract should be a duration of 78 weeks from January 12 until July 11, 2022 for completion. Okay, next is the supply and demand. It is the core principle that become the reason why stock price change up and down. If the demand is strong for a limited supply of available shares, the stock price will go up, vice versa. Okay, for the last month of the company stock price, the Mtdacpi stock price, the stock is oversupply with a weak demand. This shows that the company is in critical condition at that time. Okay, the fifth analysis is about the leader or laggard. It is about the company's position within the company in the same sector. The way to know it is by looking at the stock price strength of the company. Okay, for Mtdacpi, they are in the bottom 5 within the company from the construction sector. Therefore, they are a laggard company. In the last months, the stock price of the company is not strong and can go down at any time. Okay, next, we will talk about the institutional investors. Institutional investors are the ownership of a stock by mutual funds, banks, pension funds, and other large institutions. Okay, they have their own team of analysts researching thousands of stocks. For Mtdacpi, Alloy Capital Sdn Bhd is one of the top institutional investors in Mtdacpi Engineering Berhad. With the adjusted float of 33.1%, it shows that it is a quiet light for the stock price to go up or down because the institutional investors has more share than retail investors. The last analysis is about the market direction. It is to look the trend of the stock market. The trends are uptrend, downtrend and sideways. Investors should analyze the market trend using the broad market index to confirm a strong uptrend or downtrend. Okay, for Mtdacpi, the stock price of the company for the last month shows that the direction of the price is sideways. It is also because at that time the sector market trend also going sideways. This happened also because it was the last month for the Mtdacpi before the capital retirement. Okay, to conclude, the chance limb analysis is a very useful method for an investor to make a future investment planning. It can manage to outperform benchmark average both in the short term and the long term. Okay, even though Mtdacpi does not have any shares been issued right now, it still can show the analysis for the last month before the capital repayment. It shows that the company earning is in the downtrend and not good for invest. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for listening to my presentation.